Hello, welcome back to Wonderland Asylum. We're back today with issue 53 of the Hachette Partworks release of Titanic, the ship, the legend. Okay, so what's in the magazine for issue 53? Well, as part of the Life on Board segment, will we call it? There's more on the decorative style of the Titanic. That was the reception area on D-Deck. Now again, that isn't the Titanic, that's the Olympic. As I've mentioned before, what happened was they took all the glamour shots, so to speak, of Olympic, and because photography was still in its infancy and Titanic and Olympic were similar, depending on who you listen to, Titanic was Olympic, or the ship that sank at least was Olympic, not Titanic. But yeah, a lot of the pictures were never reshot on board Titanic. They just used the stock Olympic footage. Again, that's Jack and Rose at the bottom of the grand staircase. Which, look, there's a cherub with a light. Not on our version of the grand staircase, there bloody isn't. And again, that is the first class lounge. Again, that's Olympic, not Titanic. Then again, wines and spirits that were available. Of course, Moe and Shandon. I believe that should be kept in a pretty cabinet. Sorry. And that's one of the B-Deck Deluxe Parlour Suites, apparently. And that leads us on to the parts and the instructions. So, let's have a look at what's in today's box. Okay, so let's get the box open and have a look. Oh yay, brown envelopes, yay. So we have an LED board. Oh. And in a large envelope we have, I believe, the base for the third funnel, which looks a little like that. Anything else in that envelope? Nope. That's why I don't so annoying. So annoying. And then in here we have all the vent pieces and the cooling pipe for the funnel. Now again, yeah, and there we go, stuck to the brown tape, one of the little round vents. So again, some of these vents are fine, but some of them, like this one here, I think this is the only one actually, is going to need to have the black piece coloured in, and I'm also going to colour in the black piece there. So I'll do that, I'll fetch over my deck, and I'll be back just momentarily. And there we go. So, let's say we'll move these pieces out of the way. And bring the deck over. Now, the area we're working on is just here. So I'm going to take this deck housing off, because that'll make it easier to get to where we need to go. The first vent piece that we need is this one here. That looks sort of like a water tank almost. And again, there's a large peg and a small peg, and it's going in, I believe, yep, to these two holes here, just beside. There. Again, it's a very snug fit, so you're not going to need to glue it. I was actually looking at the upgrade sets for the vents and everything, and I'll be honest, I'm tempted. And then we're looking at these two vents. Which one is it? Is it the smaller squatter one or the taller thin one? It is the taller thin one that we need, looking just like that, with the circular knob on the other side. Again, round peg, round hole, square peg, square, round peg, round hole, large peg, large hole, small peg, small hole, and it's going in just here into these two holes. Just checking to make sure that's correct. I don't think it is. I think that's the wrong piece. Give me a second. Just trying to work out where this is going. It is going there. But yeah, that's the wrong piece. They've labelled it the wrong way around. It's actually this piece, because the big peg needs to go in that hole there. So just be careful that you put it in the right place. And again, a very nice snug fit into the holes there. And then next it's the kind of hooded vent looking just like that. And it is going in again, large peg, goes in the large hole, just here like that. Again, nice satisfying click as you push it in. Next is the very, very large kind of hood, almost. And again, the large peg going into the large hole. It goes in just here, like that. Just make sure that the pegs are pushed all the way in. And this one, that we got the wrong way around, is going in just here. Like that. Perfect. And the final large vent that looks just like that is going in here. Again, all of these vent pieces, one side has a big peg and the other side has a smaller peg, so it will only fit one way. But that is us done with the deck for now. So I will pop this piece back in, which is now a very, very snug fit. I think that vent isn't in properly. Yeah, it's not. So yeah, if that vent's not in right, the deck won't fit back. The deck house won't fit back on. It's a good way to make sure, I suppose. So moving that back over there. We're bringing over this piece here, and we turning it that way. We're going to fit the LED board. Now again, it'll only go in one way, because as you can see there is that cutaway there, and if you look inside the deck house, and you can see just there where that will marry up to, the LEDs need to point what will be down the way, so up the way at the moment. And gee, I don't like that. There's not a lot of room for those wires, but that's the way it's going. So you'll need to guide it in. Dearie me. Yeah, I don't like that at all. That has a huge, nice potential to break those wires, and obviously to break the LEDs as you're trying to get this in, but okay. So again, just to do what we normally do, get a pair of tweezers, and pull this back. It's actually easier to do it from the top. If you push the tweezers in, just there, it'll move the clip and you can push the board down and get it to just clip under, and the same with the front one. There we go. And that is the LED strip in place. And yeah, that's absolutely horrible. See if you look what I mean. The wires are very, very tight against that wall there. So I will put batteries in my test board and just test those lights certainly before I fit the funnel. I don't like that at all. I guess there's not much we can do about it at this stage. But what we're doing next is turning the housing over. I'm just going to curl the wire in underneath just now. Into those. Just checking what 3 holes. Yep, it's the obvious ones. This hole, and this hole. We're inserting these 3 small circular vents. Now, I'm not sure if I'm correct or not, but they remind me of, see when you see the vans going about that have the dogs inside them, like it's the dog handler vans with the spinning vent in the top, that's what they remind me of. I don't think that's what they are, but that's what they look like to me. And then the vent pipe is going in here. Again, it tells you to glue it. I'm not going to at this point just because we're going to be messing about with the funnel and I don't want to break it. So that's what that looks like with that piece on. We now need one of the vents from previous sprue. Now obviously it's the only big vent that's left. And again, we know how I get photo etch pieces off. The vent is symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which way around it goes. Little drop of glue, because we're going to be doing the windows as well in just a moment. Spoiler alert. Again, just run a little bead of glue around the outside where the vent is going to go, and you'll see in a sec. Again, I keep telling you why I colour the inside of the vents in. Again, it's just so that when you look inside, you can see it's a bit whitewashed, but you can see it's blackened out. You can't see as well with that one because the vents are very, very small, but yep. And next and finally for this stage, we need the windows, and we need 4 of the remaining 5. So I'll get these off now. Again, they're very easy to remove. I was given a Metal Earth model of the Flying Dutchman. A very good friend of mine had been bought it and said it was basically beyond their skill set at this point. So they would like to see what I could do with it. I'm going to have to get a photo etch former and proper cutters to do that properly. The photo etch is slightly more difficult to work with a Metal Earth. But again, these are just going into the 1, 2, 3, 4 window holes there. Oh, this one here looks nasty to get in. Again, people have said these windows are very, very fiddly and they're horrible, and I've not found them that bad so far. Again, as I've mentioned several times, I'm an old Airfix kit modeler, so I'm used to things that don't fit properly and bits that don't even turn up half the time. The joy of Airfix. Now this one, as I say, this one might give me a bit of trouble. No. It went in really easily. That's fine. I did wonder because of the proximity to the wall there if I was going to struggle to put it in, but nope. Again, I always have tweezers and other tricks available should I need them, but I haven't needed them so far. Again, the way I find easiest to get them in, if you won't be able to see what I'm doing, is I line up the very bottom of the window and then just let it fall in and give it a poke, and it goes in just like that. And that is everything there is to do in stage 53. Yeah, that looks quite good. Again, we added some more details to the deck as well. Awesome, absolutely fantastic. Very, very chuffed with that. I say that is the base for the third funnel. Only one funnel left now. So that is us for issue 53. What's coming in issue 54? The third funnel. And the last funnel, incidentally, that actually operates as a funnel. The fourth one, of course, just being a vent for the interior decks. Which basically, if you look at any pictures of Lights of Mauritania, Lusitania, any of Titanic or the Olympic class liner in general, contemporaries, they all had a lot of these wee vents on the deck. The deck was very, very cluttered with vents. Titanic was able to have more deck space and less venting because they had the fourth funnel. Clever idea. But yeah, I have up to issue 56 here, and it is all, again, based on the boat deck, and it takes you up to the base of the fourth funnel. I have looked ahead, and up to issue 61 is all still working on the boat deck. But the good news is that once you hit issue 61, everything's done with the boat deck. The davits, the decking, all the lifeboats and everything are all complete. The funnels are all on, and issue 62 is another piece of hull. So we're finally getting to extend the hull out a little bit. But yeah, so thanks very much for watching. As always, any feedback, comments, criticisms, drop them down below. Yeah, so as always, guys, join me for issue 54, and as always, peace out.